don't want to say expecting it, but it's always the aim. So it's kind of one of those things that, yeah, you don't want to ever take anything for granted, but yeah, it's always something you set out to achieve, and it always does feel like a loss if you don't win. So yeah, happy obviously to get that. I mean, very, very different. Of course, yeah. I mean, the sort of learning process going into Extreme E has been massive. It's been pretty steep to kind of, yeah, drive these things. But at the same time, it's actually quite nice to see how much crossover there has been, and you know, things that I've been able to take from my world in the circuit racing side of things into Extreme E and vice versa. And I actually really think that it's been a massive benefit being able to do both. And at the same time, I think Extreme E is so different to anything anyway. It's one of those championships that's actually quite difficult to prepare for anyway. So to actually be able to enter it, you know, at this time when it's new for all of us, is probably a good thing. Oh, that's the question I get asked this, and it's bad because I want to say Extreme E, just because I'm enjoying it so much. But I think the reason I say that is because it's so new, and I think anything that's new and different, you just naturally get a bit more excited by. But yeah, I mean, I think both, of course, have a big place in my heart and in what I want to do. So yeah, I'm gonna sit on the fence for that one. Ultimate goal is obviously Formula One, but at the same time, I think, you know, there is no, you know, nothing that's off limits in terms of what I want to go on and do and ultimately racing in my career. And I think Extreme E's taught me that there's this whole new world of off-road racing that I'm incredibly interested in. And if I can continue to have, you know, success in Extreme E and ultimately have some more opportunities in that side of the sport, then it's definitely something that I'd love to pursue more. And yeah, of course, Formula E is another one that, you know, I think if you're a young driver now looking at the sport, it's nowhere near as one-dimensional as it used to be in terms of young drivers just looking at Formula One. There's so many different career options that are available, and yeah, being selfish, I kind of want to take as many of those as I can, and yeah, whatever chances come my way or opportunities, I want to be able to grab with both hands and, you know, relish. Question. I think from my perspective there's definitely a place for all the championships that there are. So personally I think, you know, Formula E needs to be about Formula E and Extreme E, and with the electrification, needs to be about sustainability and, you know, the technology that we're able to develop in the motorsport space we can take across into sort of the road car world and yeah, give to the manufacturers for their benefit. But I think Formula One needs to be about all-out performance, and you know, we see how fast these cars are, even with hybrid engines. It's incredible, and I think it needs to be about promoting that, obviously in a sustainable way that's not, you know, doing too much damage to the planet. But at the same time, we need to see the cars and the absolute limits with that. I want to be there based on talent and on merit, and I think where Extreme E has done a great thing is, you know, they're giving us the opportunity to get to that level and have, you know, the chance to race at what's the highest level I would have raced at, and we're up against, you know, some of the best male racing drivers both on track and off track in the world. So I think it's a great, you know, addition to the format for Extreme E to do that. Like I said, it gives a massive opportunity to us all, but at the same time I think it's great because, you know, we're able to learn from the male drivers, and we're able to learn from, like I said, the best in the world. So to then accelerate the learning process for us, ultimately the girls that are coming through and also get similar opportunities will hopefully be further down the line even still, and then it will be you know, fully on merit without the need for there to be any sort of regulation for the gender equal format. I mean, that side of things has actually been really interesting for me because I'd be lying if I said that I didn't get involved with Extreme E because I like the racing format. I think that was the priority when I saw the championship, is that I thought it was a great racing opportunity. But I think on the flip side of that, everything that the championship stands for, with raising awareness for climate change and obviously, of course, gender equality, really does make a big difference. And the amount that us as drivers have been able to learn by being involved with the legacy projects and by learning from the scientists that they take to all the events is, actually quite staggering. To think that I didn't have necessarily that awareness or knowledge prior to being in the championship. So I think it's a positive thing to be able to learn that, and then for us to be able to use the platform that we've got to kind of promote the awareness for it. Yeah, to a degree. I mean, obviously, I think my focus is me doing what I'm doing, and I'm fortunate enough that I have people that follow me that, want to support that journey with me. But I think it would be a shame not to use, the platform that I have and the platform that all of us have, not to sort of promote some sort of positive change. And without, becoming too political, I think it is important to, anything that I learn, whether it's through Extreme E and, what they're teaching me, or vice versa, anything that I learn, I can, hopefully communicate that in a way to those that follow. Yeah, I mean, from a personal point of view, I think in motorsport, I'm super positive about the direction that we're going in. If you see, the development of, the steps that we've seen in Formula E and Extreme E with the batteries, and that's only in the last couple of years, I think the next step is only going to be even greater and even bigger. So I think there's a lot to be positive about in terms of the technologies that are going forwards from a motorsport perspective. And I think on the kind of flip side of that, I think to be able to take all of that kind of development into the real world and to see it in the road cars and what we've got sort of in cities at the moment, I think is exciting as well.